And things like my payments, every single payment that I get is direct deposited, or just similar to direct deposit. Like, it all goes to my bank account, so I never have to cash a check. And most companies are willing to do that nowadays. It's probably even easier for them. And so if for some reason, like one of my jobs, by the way, just as an FYI, YouTube is one of my jobs. I have a copywriting job and I do customer service, and it's all online. And the copywriting job, when I first started working with them a few years ago, would send me checks. But maybe last year sometime, I was like, hey, can you just do direct deposit? And they're like, yeah, that's fine. So like, most companies are super willing to do that. But so my bank is New York, but the bank that I have is pretty national. And so they're kind of everywhere if I ever need to go to the bank, which I rarely ever do. And I do all my banking online or on the phone app. And so that's just always been super easy for me. But like I said, if I ever needed to go into a bank for some reason, they're kind of everywhere. And so if you are gonna be traveling and that's important to you, maybe don't get like a super local bank, just kind of have one that's countrywide, you know? But yeah, so any legal stuff is my mom's house. And again, I know that not everyone can do that, but if I couldn't have my mom's address, I think what I would do next is have my dad's address. My parents are divorced. Or a very, very close friend. I think like my best friend in Austin, if for some reason I couldn't use my parents' addresses for legal things or important documents like that, I would use my best friend's address who lives in Austin. And so if I needed to get my car registered somewhere else or something like that, I would use an address of someone that I can like really, really rely on. And then I do know that there are different, obviously I've had a PO box before for certain mail, but I just, for me, with how much traveling I do, I haven't really found that I needed one. I had one in New York and I had one in Savannah because I was spending a lot of time there when I got those. And so if I was gonna stay in one place for a few months, sure, I'd get a PO box. But even certain forms, I don't think you can put a PO box. And so I really would, if you know anyone that you can rely on, use that for those official forms. And okay, so let's see what these next questions are. How do you manage health insurance and healthcare? So I, again, just do that all through my mom's address. And since I'm an independent contractor, all of my jobs, I'm not an employee anywhere. I had to get my own insurance. And so it's through New York. It's just one of those like exchange insurance things. I actually have to update that soon because I think it was like a year and I think I have to get a new one. But anyway, the healthcare that I was on was pretty specific to New York, but any like emergency services worked throughout the country. And so it is a little bit different. I'm not the healthiest person in the world, but I also don't necessarily need to keep going to doctors with my illnesses. Like I have a lot of food allergies and stuff like that. I don't need to continuously go to doctors. But the doctors that I might need to go to, like I had to go to, where was I? About a year ago, I had bronchitis.